started with everything and finding out what's on your mind, of course, we want to thank our sponsors. Go to source.solar. That's source.solar. And make an appointment with Peter Sorellis. Maybe it's time to get solar panels on your house or business. And he can walk you through the entire process. There are some incentives that will expire at the end of this year because MAGA does not think we should do better by people's pocketbooks or by the environment. However, Peter has worked it out so that you get the biggest bang for your buck and you're doing better for our global climate, right? This is one of the things we talk a lot about for our kids. So give them just check out the website, source.solar. Maybe join thousands of other happy customers who have gotten solar panels on their houses or businesses. Again, that's source.solar. You want to go to MinocquaBrewingCompany.com. Coming up in December, we're going to start doing I don't know if it's weekly or monthly now, I can't remember. I'm going to be doing a half-hour conversation with Kirk Bangstead to go over the articles that I write. I write a column every Monday for Minocqua Brewing Company. We are now on Substack in the top 5 political Substacks. We beat a bunch of highfalutin folks on there, so I'm kind of excited about that. So thank you for all your support, everybody, and for reading our articles, columns, and Kirk has also created sort of a marketplace, not sort of, he has created a marketplace populated by folks who reflect our values, anything from artists to housewares. And also, we've talked about Goods Unite Us. Go to goodsuniteus.com or download the app. That way, when you're shopping, you can say, hey, is this company that I'm buying from, that I'm giving my money to, do they support democracy? Do they take care of their workers? Do they thumb their nose? Do they say, you know what, forget you, Trump, we're gonna run our company the way we believe based on our own values, and that might mean enforcing. By the way, when we talk about DEI, right, this whole thing about DEI and being woke, I'm sorry, folks. Could someone just walk me through the mindset? There's a report today that the Coast Guard, under the direction of Kristi Noem, will no longer consider the swastika or an image of a noose to be hate images. So apparently, if you're going to get a swastika, if you want to join the military, it's the Coast Guard, so you can get your swastika, get to maybe hang a noose somewhere, so you can intimidate your fellow Coast Guards men and women. At any rate, just thinking about that. Anyway, so I was saying there's a wonderful marketplace on Kirk Bangstead's website, as well as the ability to search for the products that you buy and see if they are run by people who support Democrats. You know, we run these PSAs all day here. I don't know if they would call PSAs, the informative clips about which companies support Democrats. And one of the places you can also go to learn more is Goods Unite Us. Joining me in studio is guest co-host Dan Schaefer. I just heard that you're going to be on the Joe Esposito show. Bring that microphone up in your mouth. Okay. Up to your face. Not all of you, so we can still see you. It's okay to be late, baby.
Traffic was not great.
So where are we coming from?
Yeah. The dentist. So.
Oh no!
Well, it's the end of the year. You got to get all this stuff in.
You're not. You seem like feeling my teeth. Did you get any good news or bad news? Any news?
The greatest, but it's fine. Yeah. No cavities though, but I gotta use some different toothpaste or it's something stupid. I don't know.
I apparently at a point in my life brushed my teeth too hard.
That's
so
what
my
they
gums.
said.
Yeah, what is that?
They said to get a automatic toothbrush with a sensor. Mm-hmm. I'm like, okay, a pressure sensor is what.
Pressure sensor. Yeah. So for me, it's my gum line keeps receding.
That's what was happening with me. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You can't get it, and it's always fun when they tell you can't get it back.
No. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They put some of this. I forget what it's called.
I feel like they can. They just don't want to.
They put something on the bottom part of my gums, and it tasted like beef jerky, and it burned a lot.
Oh,
but
no.
it got rid of. I guess when your gums build up, you have useless gum buildup, and so that got rid of that, and so now it's a weird. I don't know, and I brush every day. I don't floss as much. I always tell them.
Did they tell you to use a water pick?
They have.
It's aggressive.
They have, but yeah. I don't know.
I know.
I'll just floss more. I don't know. But, yeah.
Floss more. It's a good high school.
I mean,
there you go. I'm a dork. Dan, I hear you. You know how they say like you have to do something every day for 6 months for it to become a habit?
Mm-hmm.
Make yourself do it every day Floss.
Okay.
You got to floss.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
I was the same way. I used to not floss in my 20s and then got into some serious complications with my dental stuff. I cannot go to sleep without flossing now.
Okay. That's
it's just
okay.
part of my...
And my dentist is one of my best friends. So,
oh, really? Are they listening?
And I'm like, no, I don't think he is. So I'm always
Is
like,
it weird to have your best friend in your mouth? That's weird. Is it weird to have... Well, hold on a second. Let me take that back. Okay. Is it weird to have your best friend digging around? No. Is it weird to have your best friend do your dental work?
I literally, when I walk in, I'm like, all right, listen.
I ate some Oreos and Cheetos on the way. Is that going to be a problem?
I was like, I had lunch right before this. I brushed in the bathroom right before this, but like I'm not flossing as much as I should. And he just like rolls his eyes and he's like, okay.
Oh my God. I don't think I could go to my, I could not have my best friend do it. I mean, no, I can't do that.
It's super helpful. Also, I didn't mean to dive in and just like talk about my dental work.
But it's a reminder to everybody. First of all, floss.
Before the end of the year, get your
Don't
benefits
floss
in.
before the end of the year. No. Floss every day. But get your flex spend and your health HSAs. Yes. Mm-hmm. Do you have an HSA? Are you on gyms?
We used to be HSA. Now we're HMO. So
for health spend, the health savings account. You're saying with your insurance
FSA,
in order to get your yearly dental checkup.
You get 2 a year, technically, depending on whichever policy you're on.
I'm here not criticizing, but judging you for not flossing, and I think it's been over a year since I've been to the dentist. But I floss. I think that's a thing. I'm like, I floss every day.
I do it every 6 months. I have to go to the dentist every 6 months.
See?
Not floss every 6 months, but probably actually, when you think about it, I probably floss every 6 months.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I also, so sometimes because they told me how much my gums were receding, I do both. I floss a little and then I follow that up with a water pick.
Okay.
Water pick. I mean, it's kind of fun to have your gums massaged.
Okay.
Just give it a shot.
Well, Black Friday's coming up, so
you
might find one on sale or something.
Exactly. I have a travel one too because when I had my Invisalign, you have to really get in there.
It's like braces. You have to brush after every meal. Yeah. Okay.
I'm so happy to be over. I can't. I had my Invisalign. We're just gonna have a conversation here. Apparently, not talk about anything that's going on the news. Not your fault, mine. When I got my Invisalign last year was when I immediately then was going to New Orleans. Do you know how hard it was to have to take a break before every meal? Like I'm at Muriel's and God, I'm gonna be right back. I have to pop my teeth out because you can't just do it in front of people.
No, God, no.
The worst is when I'm flying. And I'm not going to the bathroom. I'm just gonna. My flights. Has Jim said anything about how full the flights are? Because my flights have been a third full and has been glorious.
They're not that full.
No.
And
I fly United, and it's been. I had a whole section to myself. It was so empty that the flight attendant came up to me because I'm silver status, and she said, "We have a seat for you in first class." I'm like, absolutely not. Why would I give him this whole section?
Yeah.
Well, if I was going to have a cocktail or eat dinner, but it was a late flight, so I was like, I'm going to go to sleep. But I did see someone who did take a first class seat and then saw how empty it was, went and slept across 3 seats rather than sitting up in first class.
I honestly prefer the 3 seats. So
right?
It's great.
Well, but I was for sure going to have to sit next to somebody in first class. It can be. I just saw a video of someone who was experiencing something that happened to me in first class. Did I told you this? Where there was a guy sitting across from me, and the woman he was traveling with was behind me, right? And I realized that, so she got up, and I thought, because it was awkward to interrupt them, but I said, "Hey, do you think she'd want to have my seat?" And he said, "No, that's okay." And I found out by the end of the flight why he didn't want to sit next to her, because she was a piece of work.
Oh,
so I was in first class. I reclined. I mean, when I'm in economy, I'll turn around and say, "Hey, do you mind if I tilt it back?" Because we don't have enough leg room, right? You got leg room in first class. I'm sorry, right? I don't care how tall you are.
Yeah.
That's a you problem,
right?
So, she had her knees in my back. There's a video of this happening to a passenger where they recline their seat.
Oh, I've seen that.
And she's kicking in first class. This broad was kicking my seat.
Mm-hmm.
And I was pushing back. I was awake the whole time. It was just and I didn't want to get the flight attendants involved. I didn't want this to be a big, a public disturbance. So what I did was she called me the C word when we were getting up.
Oh, okay.
Because we were getting up, and I go, "I can see why you didn't want to sit next to her." And I took my bag out of the upper compartment, and just slammed it on her foot and walked away. It was,
there you go.
So I called the C word for that, and I'm okay with that. Mm-hmm.
I would say well deserved.
It was well deserved. It wasn't like a kind where she was going to lose a toe or anything.
Well,
no,
just
enough to clip her.
Because you're classy.
You're
not going to do that. Yeah.
And she called me the C. The number of times I've been called the C word really, it says more about me than them, maybe.
I wouldn't read too much into it.
Anyway, I was wondering if so. Jim has said that it's kind of light on the
I think honestly it's the drag of the shutdown, and people were probably canceling flights for the holidays because they weren't sure what was going on because the government doesn't know what the heck is going on type thing. But I do feel like after or even leading up to Thanksgiving and from that, I think it's going to fill up. I think. I don't know.
They eliminated one of my flights that I traditionally. My flight. My flight to New Orleans or from New Orleans is the one I've become accustomed to ride. The 10:30 flight out of New Orleans seems to have been eliminated. I'm hoping that's temporary because I don't want to take the 2:30. I want the 10:30.
Okay.
I don't want the 7 a.m. I am not flying out at 7 a.m. You know how
I like early morning flights, honestly.
I love red eyes.
Okay.
Red eyes are my jam. Right. I sleep the whole way home. Just pop on my favorite, fall asleep shows. Yeah. Like I fall asleep to Friends. Oh. Ross is a turd. Can I just say how much of sorry, David Schwimmer, if you're listening to the show.
He's a scientist turd. But
he's not a turd. He's a nerd. Okay. But it's just he makes me crazy on that show. Anyway.
He's so funny.
How easily am I distracted today? Because I don't want to talk about the president saying we should execute Democrats. But let me finish with my sponsors.
I was just reading that in the waiting room.
It's insane. Yes, when you get ready for dental work, the first thing you want to do is definitely read about the president demanding that we execute Republicans. I also want to thank our friends. Democrats, and we do not want to have anybody executed. I am against the death penalty, and that's a conversation for another time. I want to thank our friends at Minocqua Brewing Company. Go to MinocquaBrewingCompany.com. Why does that screen look like that? Hold on a second. Did I hit a mouse or something? I don't have my board. Hold on a second. What mouse is that? There's too many screens over here. Everybody, hold on. I got it. I think I got it. Does this go bigger again? Yes, I got it back. Okay.
If Lady B wasn't wearing a mask, Lady B wasn't wearing a mask, she's laughing right now. Probably.
Have you noticed they changed the configuration here? So I was trying to get to one. So all the commercials that I play, all of the intros and outros, all the call Patti Vasquez right now. It's on this screen right here, and when that goes away, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And now I know I'm a minute late. But thank you to Pride Coffee Roasters. Go to PrideCoffeeRoasters.com. Maybe get a bean subscription. They have the best coffee around, and we'll talk more in a moment about all the top stories in the news and find out what's on your mind. 773-763-9278 to call or text. We're in studio with Dan Schaefer. We'll talk about the performance he has coming up as well. I should probably push this button since I found it. There we go.
You know that you can listen to Chicago's Progressive Talk on WCPT AM 820. Stream us live at WCPT820.com and on the TuneIn Radio app, or you can ask Alexa, Siri, or Google to play WCPT from TuneIn. But now you have another option. We're simulcasting our programming overnight, 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. on WSBC AM 1240 for a clearer reception in and around the city. Chicago's Progressive Talk, WCPT 820. And now overnights on WSBC 1240 AM, where facts matter.
Check up on health with Chris Whitting.
Nearly every family struggles with balancing the use of phones and social media. Dr. Jason Nagata led a University of California, San Francisco study that found that as preteens used more social media, their depressive symptoms increased. Dr. Nagata has advice for parents.
In our study, actually, we found that the top predictor of children's screen use is actually their parents' screen use. So the top advice I have is actually to try to model the behaviors that you want, practice what you preach. 2 sort of key times that it may be useful to try to put limits on phones and social media are at bedtime, just because we know of the impacts on sleep, and then also potentially at mealtime. If you have time for meals where you can just connect in person, that can just promote connection and conversation.
With Checkup on Health, I'm Chris Whitting.
Alexa, play WCPT.
WCPT from TuneIn.
If you're listening to this station right now, you've definitely heard my voice before. Hi, I'm Hawk.
And I'm Pete. And we're with Source Solar, your local source for solar. Source Solar is Chicagoland's premier solar installer, providing solutions for over 1,000 homeowners and business owners across Illinois and Iowa.
With over a decade of industry experience and deep roots here in Chicago, we have the expertise to help your transition to clean, renewable, resilient energy.
We can guarantee that we save you money day one without any out-of-pocket cost to you. This means you have an instant ROI, instant payback, and can save money to add to your bottom line day one.
At Source Solar, we source everything as local as possible, meaning we always carry the Made in USA sticker.
Find us online at www.source.solar. Stop in our office at 5710 North Northwest Highway or give us a call at 773-985-3992.
And don't forget to ask for Hawk
Or Pete.
Patti Vasquez is taking your calls now. All right, let's hit it. At 773-763-9278.
I got a lot to say.
It's Driving It Home with Patti Vasquez.
Thank you so much for joining us. We're in the studio with guest co-host Dan Schaefer, host of Politini and Tuesdays with Josie. You can find Tuesdays with Josie wherever you listen to your podcasts. And did you bring a laptop too? I
did bring my laptop.
I brought my. I just got a new. I got a new toy.
That's cool.
I'm so unorganized that I needed like just a show and my creative stuff. Because I use one for work, and then I need one where I can do all my creative stuff because it was just getting to be a little overwhelming.
That's fine.
There's too much going on in the world. We have, if we can open up the phone lines if you'd like, Lady B. It's up to you because I don't know. Are we good? Are we good? Oh, look, it looks better with a. Do I have a little thing behind me? Let me do this. Get the little WCPT at 20. So it doesn't look like you're like in a studio and I'm in a hostage situation, which is a big beige wall behind
good point.
me.
Yeah, I have that. Yeah.
Just saying. I want to be fancy too and have a logo behind me. This is a crazy day. I don't know what to think anymore. I mean, I think it's better to be shocked every time than to be numb to the madness. Do you know what I'm saying? I think that once we're numb to it and we're not outraged by the president of the United States calling for Democrats to be elected because they agree with the servicemen and women who, by the way, there are record numbers of servicemen and women who are calling their lawyers asking about the legality, like what happens to them if they do not follow orders that they think are illegal.
Mm-hmm.
And so Democrats are supporting servicemen and women who feel that they're following illegal orders. And he says that Democrats should be executed for sedition.
For sedition, which he was also impeached for sedition or enacting. I would call people to overthrow the government. But she pardoned all of those people who also participated in sedition to literally storm the Capitol and kill members of Congress to overturn an election.
I mean,
he pardoned all of them.
Yeah.
And there's a record number of those individuals who have been rearrested for acts of violence or breaking the law, even though they've been pardoned by the man who's calling for the and what did he? I don't know if I saw it, but wasn't it like use of gas or something like that in his tweet or Truth Social?
Oh, I have no. Are there more details specific about how to?
I'd have to go back on Truth Social and see it. But no, the fact is that video that the senators and members of Congress posted, they're all veterans and some really cool veterans who are like, your oath is to the Constitution.
Exactly.
Your oath is not to the dear leader type thing. It was a really good video, and I think he's just spiraling out of control, and he's just going after whatever he can to distract from everything else going on.
Did you see that the Navy, basically the Department of War or Defense, I don't know if they've changed their logo on their uniforms too, but did you see that they invaded a part of the Mexican side of a beach and like basically staked it out, put up these signs saying that you were on military grounds, and like these trucks with Mexican military members rolled up with like machine guns on them. And had to yank those.
Get off of our land. Yeah. Uh-huh.
And now the story is from the Pentagon. Well, the depth of the water kind of throws off our perception of topography. So we didn't really know where we were. That that seems like a really important thing.
How much money do we spend on the Pentagon? $700 billion.
And how many boats are we also identifying the correct boats that we determine have drug cartel members on them? And
he was also asked if he'd be willing to like take military action or bomb places in Mexico, and he says he's open to. I was like, oh really? So now we're just going to start bombing random countries.
Yep.
Because you don't know where our beach is in Mexico versus the United States. Okay. All right.
Exactly. Oh, my God.
This is the world that we're in right now. This is the world.
Is. Yeah, so he says that it's the military members who have been trained. They actually train to learn and distinguish what is constitutional and what's not.
Yeah.
So they seem like the best qualified to make that distinction.
Well, it's like, General Milley basically was like, we can't just have military go out in front of the White House and attack protesters. You can't just do that.
This is why we have generals who have resigned rather than follow unconstitutional laws.
Yeah.
It's not me. It's not me deciding which ones are illegal. It's them.
Yeah.
Let's get to Jim on the line. Hey, Jim, what's on your mind, my friend?
Hey, Jim.
Khashoggi. Bezos was there too. Yeah, these guys. That's true. I heard about that. Yep. Yeah, I hope we have the leaders that are have a sense of urgency that ranked choice voting is a serious option for perhaps being part of correcting this ship. Yep. Thanks, Jim.
Thanks, Jim.
Jim drove us right into a hard break. Let's take a quick break here, and when we come back, we'll talk to our guest who's running for the congressional seat in the UP, Callie Barr, candidate for Michigan's 1st Congressional District. After this on WCPT 820 Heartland Signal and KKNW 1150. Hi, friends in Seattle.
You are listening to WCPT 820. Here's the latest Chicago weather update.
I'm meteorologist Ray Miller from the Weatherology Weather Center. Cloudy tonight with areas of drizzle, a low temperature of 45 degrees. On Friday, cloudy skies with high temperatures in the upper 40s and light north winds. Saturday, sunshine with a high temperature around 50 and west winds at 5 to 10. Sunday, sunshine with a high temperature of 55. Monday, cloudy with a chance of rain and high of 54. Tuesday, rain with a high of 55. That's the latest Chicago weather update. Right now, it's 46.
This is Chicago's Progressive Talk, 820 AM, WCPT Willow Springs, and online at WCPT820.com, where facts matter. Stephanie Miller.
I get to say my favorite sentence in the entire world. Here comes Kathy Griffin, hero of democracy. democracy. Hello.
How are we going to do this? Because I know we're both going to want to talk at the same time because it's a love fest. I am so in love with you. You are so important and wonderful and funny and brilliant, and you are who I aspire to be. When I grow up, I want to be you.
No, you.
Stephanie Miller, weekday mornings 8 to 11 on WCPT 820.
Hey, honey, what are you doing?
Studying for a math test.
You want some acupuncture?
Acupuncture can help with tests?
Yeah, that was the subject of my published doctoral work. My research showed that one acupuncture treatment before a test improves memory by 9.5%.
That's almost a whole letter grade higher.
And it reduced procedural errors by 36%. That's all from one treatment. Additional treatments help more.
Wow, I want some of that.
I have patients who will come in before final exams, SATs, MCATs, and other tests. And we've seen this technique help older folks with things like dementia and Alzheimer's.
Can I get acupuncture too? I have a vocabulary test coming up.
Acupuncture can help remedy problems, but it can also help a healthy person perform even better. Come see us at Chicago Community Acupuncture at Milwaukee, Devon, and Nagel. Call us at 773-853-0920, 773-853-0920, or what's the website, girls?
Chikamaku.com.
Chicago's Progressive Talk, WCPT 820, where facts matter.
From city streets to political beats, you're driving it home with Patti Vasquez, where Progressive Talk fuels the ride.
Thank you so much for joining us and continue our drive home. Joining me in studio is guest co-host Dan Schaefer, the host of Tuesdays with Josie, as well as the co-host of Apolitini, which we'll talk more about later, and a performance he has coming up soon. Joining us on the line via Zoom is our next guest, Callie Barr. Hey, Callie, is it Barr or Bear? Barr.
It's Barr.
Hey,
Barr.
Hi, Callie Barr, candidate for the first congressional district of Michigan. Welcome to our show, and thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity. This is great.
Excellent. So, okay, first of all, I was telling the audience earlier, so I'm a stand-up comic by trade, and I had to drive through a snowstorm to get to Negaunee. Is that part of the area we were talking about, or where are we talking?
Yes, it is.
Hey!
Yeah, you warm my heart. Just knowing where it is and saying it right. So thank you. Yeah, Negaunee's in the Upper Peninsula, and that's definitely in my district. It's the entire Upper Peninsula, and then it's the top half of the Mitten.
Okay. So we
got about half the state.
Awesome. Yes.
Yeah, and I'm the only one running for Congress that I pull out both my hands when I'm talking about my district, right? Like you don't just get the Mitten, you get them both.
I love that. I love that. First of all, you have a sort of a visual to give people, and that's really everyone from Michigan. Is it the left hand or the right hand? I think it depends on where you're sitting. Mm-hmm. But at any rate, so tell us a little bit about yourself. Where did you grow up in the UP?
No. Actually, grew up in Traverse City in Sheboygan.
Okay.
Graduated high school from Sheboygan High, which is right there at the tip of the Mitt, and married my high school sweetheart. Actually, the same high school my parents met and got married out of, and my grandparents.
Oh, how cool.
I've got deep roots in the area.
Yes, you do.
So my husband does too. Yeah, his family goes back 5 generations as well. So when we started dating, it was check the family tree, you know?
Mm-hmm. I feel like Michigan is one of those states that people leave less. Does that make sense? It seems like a lot of folks with deep roots there they come back. Even if they go to school somewhere else or leave for work, they come back to Michigan, don't they?
Well, that's why, part of running is making sure we can do that.
Right.
We're in an area that's becoming increasingly harder to do, to be able to afford life where we live. But yeah, I mean, family goes way back, married my high school sweetheart. He joined the Marine Corps. I got my teaching degree. He deployed to Iraq, Afghanistan, and came back with post-traumatic stress, a traumatic brain injury, and I got real involved in veteran care. It led me to get my law degree later in life, and I feel really passionate about this race.
What inspired you to throw your hat in the ring?
Our current representative, Jack Bergman's a retired Marine Lieutenant General who didn't want to certify our vote, didn't want to investigate January 6th. And for Matt and I mean, this was, we buried our Black and brown Marines, and to see a Confederate flag in our nation's capital and not have that be condemned, to see an insurrection against the United States when we felt like we'd given so much, to this country, it to us was morally reprehensible. Yeah. And so we really decided to give this a run. And so that was in 2024. Lost that one, and I'm back for round 2. So a little bit of a glutton for punishment here, but it matters. Races like this matter.
There are a couple candidates across the country who come into it with that. They're like, look, something has to change. Is it a district that has just been people kind of written off as a red district for ages?
Yeah, you got it. That's right. It's an R+11. It's a red district. But what I'll tell you is that we've had a messaging void here for a while. But this is a district that voted for Obama in 2008, right? I mean, this is an area where Bart Stupak was the representative, a Democrat, for over 18 years. We have a strong libertarian streak that runs in this district. And what was neat was in my last race here in 2024, we shifted. I mean, I've got a lot of counties, but we shifted 21 of them further to the left, and 17 of those by more than 5 points. I increased our raw vote total 40,000 votes. So there was some good that was happening when nationally we were on average going about 5 points further to the right, and worldwide governments shifting to the right. So we felt like we had done some good work.
So I had a quick question here. So your state in particular, my honest opinion is women should run the world. You've got some amazing women.
I won't disagree with you.
So you've got some amazing women in Michigan. The governor is Secretary of State that have just been trailblazing all through it. Are you noticing that there are more women jumping into the ring, including yourself?
Oh, yeah. I definitely think there are. I think that when I see women getting involved, it's really because they see something that's bigger than them and they want to be a part of that. And we have a lot of women, even with children. Running is hard when you have kids. But we got women with kids throwing their hat in the ring because they're thinking about the future. They see what's happening right now in government. I mean, we had the Secretary of Defense and the most powerful military in the world, like retweeting that women shouldn't vote. And so we see women who are like, we're not going to take steps back. We're going to keep moving forward. So I've been really inspired by the women I see jumping in the ring.
I love that.
And actually, my race, I was the first woman nominee on the Democratic ticket in the history of our district. So we were really proud of that, too.
That's amazing.
And when you talk to folks, including the last race that you ran, and this time around, what are you seeing in the folks? What are you seeing as far as what they want, what they've experienced? Is there any sort of FAFO for folks who voted for this administration and now like, you know what, we need to change?
Yeah, it's been, as a second-time candidate, I have a really on-the-ground view of what this looks like from last cycle to this cycle, and there is a difference. There is a sea change. Just in this district, we now have 21 indivisible groups. So many of these are brand new since January, folks who are just like, we're not okay with what we're seeing here. We've got our rural hospitals are suffering. We had these Medicaid cuts that are going to come, the ACA subsidies that are not being extended. We have had no Kings rallies where we have more people showing up that have ever shown up ever for a protest in the history of our state. I mean, we're small up here. We got 8,000 people coming out in Traverse City, 4,000 or 5,000 in Marquette, in some of our small rural towns where like a couple, probably 8 months ago, it was like 3 of us in a sign getting flipped off. There's now like 700 people showing up.
What?
So truly, I mean, it's been really inspiring. And just to see folks coming out and caring for each other, kind of pushing back against all the hate we see. There's an indivisible group up in the UP that they raised $20,000 to pay off the medical debt of folks in their community.
Oh.
Man,
with the SNAP cuts, I've got Democratic parties now. They're like, we're just going to feed people. We're going to just do food drives. That's it.
Yeah.
So, to me, that's the way forward. It's like, how do we take care of one another and really that be our politics? And I know for me, like we're rolling out tomorrow, our platform, which is like, we need to fight for an affordable life. And it's real basic, local housing, income, food, and essential healthcare. That's it.
Yes.
And that's what I hear all the time. It's just like, it's not like we're asking for the moon.
And fix the roads. That's what your governor ran on, and it worked.
That's right.
And she did it. And she did it. Yeah.
That's right. I know every time we're like stuck in traffic, we're like, thanks, Gretch, you know?
Oh, I just got a text. Someone just sent me a letter to the editor about Jack Bergman's resident where he lives. Is he not living in the UP or the district that he says he represents?
Yeah, he's Louisiana. He's Louisiana. It's been a point of contention for a long time that we have someone who's just absent from the district.
What?
Yeah, I've heard that before.
Right?
I've heard this about him. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's correct. Well, go down and represent Louisiana. They got plenty of. I'm sorry. Anyway.
Yeah. One of my favorites was when he posed with a fish from the Gulf and tried to say that he caught it on Lake Superior.
No.
Like, we got enough anglers up here. Like, we know.
What?
Right? We know.
Oh, my God. Well, but I mean, that's the thing is I feel like they count on people not caring or not having critical thinking or care, whatever. Or being...
I mean, no, you got it. And really what you kind of need, and this is what's hard, right? People ask me, how's your campaign going? I say, it's going really well, but the catch-22 is because a lot of people are hurting. So we have more people paying attention.
Yeah.
And I think you need that kind of environment, that kind of shake-up to take a seat like this.
I have one question about voting. There's been a lot of everyone says that voter fraud is a thing, which is not, but voter suppression is very much a thing. Are you seeing instances where officials are trying to maybe restrict somebody's ability to vote in Michigan?
Good question.
I'm not seeing that.
Okay, that's good.
I'm not seeing that. When I'm around talking with folks, I know there's a fear of that, right? A fear. Are we going to have elections in 2026? Or, you know, is there going to be intimidation at the polls? One thing I find a lot of comfort in is that, you know, Jocelyn Benson's our Secretary of State. She's not afraid of anyone.
She's a boss lady. I love her.
She is a boss.
Yeah.
She like ran a marathon, like 9 months pregnant. I was like, I don't even know if you're human, but.
Oh my golly. That's wild.
No, but it is, you know, we do see like a chilling of, you know, people being afraid to speak out for fear of retaliation. That is something I see. You know, I encourage like local businesses to just speak their truth. Like, hey, tariffs are impacting you. Tell people about it.
Yep.
Right. Like, let's all level set on what the reality is that we're living in right now. Or professors who are told like, hey, if you look like you're teaching a certain ideology, your students can tell on you and you'll lose federal funding. That happened.
Yep. Crazy. Well, Callie, it's been a pleasure talking to you. I will give with 30 seconds left. Give your Michiganders your pitch why you want to represent them and what you plan to do for them.
Yeah, well, it's time to fight for an affordable life. That's not just about economics. It's about restoring our trust in government and strengthening our democracy. Rural areas matter. They do. And we're building, right? We're always building, and we need to be doing this all across America and all 50 states. I think we ended up where we are today because we left behind our rural areas. Check out CallieForCongress.com and help me out.
That's Callie Barr, candidate.
Callie.
Callie. And folks, it's Callie Barr, candidate for Michigan's 1st Congressional District. If you don't live in the UP, tell your friends that do. You know somebody lives up there. I'm just saying. Thank you, Callie. We'd love to talk to you again. Let us know how it's going, my friend.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And even though we don't live in Michigan, we can support her race. We want to get good Democrats elected everywhere. Have a good night, my friend. Go get them. Let's take a break here, and we'll talk to our friend Rudy Flores from the Ravenswood. I guess I already pressed the button.
Suddenly, mouth tape for sleeping has become all the rage. It's not just all over TikTok, it has become a billion-dollar industry. Still, experts we talked to were largely in agreement. Science has yet to prove its benefit, but has shown it can do harm. One sleep specialist said the purported benefits that are being touted for this, improving apnea, improving snoring, making your nose look better, making your jaw look better, it just doesn't come out in the wash that is actually happening. Now, if you do have sleep apnea, and I should mention more than 20 million people in the United States have it but don't know it, taping your mouth shut could actually be dangerous. Yes, breathing through your nose is, by and large, better for you. That makes sense. But you need to teach your body how to do that without the use of tape to seal your mouth shut while you sleep. I'm Dr. Sanjay Gupta, helping you live a better life.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Because facts matter. You are listening to WCPT 820.
Welcome back to Driving It Home with Patti Vasquez.
Thank you so much for joining us as we continue to drive it home. Joining me in studio is guest co-host Dan Schaefer. He's the host of Tuesdays with Josie. You can find that anywhere you listen to your podcast. And joining us on the line, we have our friend, the CEO of the Lincoln Square Ravenswood Chamber, Rudy Flores. Hi, Rudy. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
You know, I'm staying hydrated. That's really, I shouldn't even ask anybody how they're doing. I'm staying hydrated. I am looking forward to the holiday season. I'm not being like aggressively, I'm not like decorating yet. Have you decorated yet for the holidays, Rudy?
I personally have not, but our neighborhood we have.
Have they? How about you? How about you, Dan?
I don't do it until I get the Christmas tree.
Okay, but you don't do it before Thanksgiving?
No.
Okay, me neither.
No.
We are hard. It's Halloween till it's at the end of October till after the Day of the Dead, and then it's Thanksgiving. We don't do any holiday decorations except we have a big turkey tom. We have like a 7-foot big turkey
cool.
leaning on a pumpkin, and then it's Christmas. But in the meantime, after Thanksgiving, we have some great events coming up, or are they even before Thanksgiving? Tell us what's going on in Ravenswood, Lincoln Square.
Yeah, so we wait until after Thanksgiving. So we basically have taken ideas from the American Independent Business Alliance. So they were formed in 2001. They're all about the shop local movement here in our country and trying to get people to think beyond just big box stores during the busiest time of year for businesses. And so instead of Black Friday, we do Plaid Friday because we want you to get cozy. It's not about long lines. It's not about the hustle and bustle of shopping malls or whatever you're doing these days, but spending time with friends and family. And so our businesses are, creating some special deals and stuff like that for Black Friday. But then we go into the big day of Small Business Saturday, which is in our community one of the biggest days of our year. We do our tree lighting. We have pictures with Santa for both kids and for dogs. Santa comes out and helps us light up our tree. The neighborhood's full of decorations. If you've never been to Lincoln Square, I highly recommend driving down Lincoln Avenue between Montrose and Lawrence because we have thousands of these round orb sparkling lights in all the trees. So they're very pretty. It's very magical. You don't need to buy anything. You just walk down the street and have a good time. And then we go into Artist Sunday, Cyber Monday, Giving Tuesday, all the great days.
Well, let me also point out that we had the owner of Timeless Toys out, and to your point about supporting local businesses, not just that, but I think it sounds like a lot of business owners have gotten very savvy about what shoppers might need in regards to the cost of things, because he is basically doing tariff-free toys because he bought them ahead of time and has been doing really well with letting people know, like, hey, this is a place to come. Are your local businesses, right?
Yep, I was with Scott for half the day today and the owner of Timeless Toys. And yeah, right. He planned ahead of time. And, not every business has been that lucky. I'm glad that he was able to do that and have the storage for his stuff. There are some impacts that are, going to make it a little bit more challenging for some of our businesses. But, a lot of our local businesses work with local artists and things like that. So you're getting some items that are made more locally. The materials aren't necessarily coming from other countries and stuff like that. So that does help. But it's important to, like, if you want to see your community stay as strong as they were in the past, to think about the small guy, or the small girl, that's working every day and living in your neighborhood and helping to, support your local schools and stuff like that. So
It's funny because I think I told Rudy this the last time. I went to go see a movie at the Davis Theater, and we came out. And I used to live in Lincoln Square, and a lot obviously has changed since the 1990s. But like I always laugh when there's this neighborhood was voted the best. Pilsen gets a lot of attention. Wicker Park gets a lot of attention. We came out of the theater, and it was like we walked into a movie. It's just such a charming area. There's that pocket where Sal Marie used to be, where you've got like artists playing. There was like a balloon artist. I'm like, what? Am I in a French movie? What am I walking through right now? So I have to imagine that the holiday season just keeps getting more dynamic and just infused with all that holiday spectacle. I love that.
Yeah, we get a lot more recently. I've been hearing a lot of people say we're like the Gilmore Girls neighborhood, which I never saw that show. But I can,
yes,
I picture exactly like what they're thinking, because we're like a small town in the big city.
Yes,
like everybody knows everybody. It's very walkable. It's fairly safe. It's easy to take transit to, but you also can drive and find parking relatively easily, in my opinion.
Yeah. It's funny. I just realized, having lived there and now what it's like, because there's a gazebo in Wells Park, so there's a big that's a big feature point of Gilmore. And now I'm gonna reimagine this as, now I have to write a series, Lincoln Square, Ravenswood. I think those are both good names for a show. At any rate, the Lincoln Square ladies. Because they're not girls. Okay, let me focus. So you've got Plaid Friday. So folks, you don't have to go stand in line for I think that's kind of going by the wayside anyway, isn't it? Like, it seems.
Yep, it is.
Yeah. So Plaid Friday, and then you've got Small Business Saturday. Now you've got what's the cakewalk? You've got a cakewalk coming up.
Oh, so we have a new thing. It's called the Great Bake Walk.
The Great Bake Walk.
So
okay.
we tested it out in June, and it sold out super quick. We were very surprised. So basically, we were looking for events that weren't necessarily focused on alcohol, that also could be family oriented. Teenagers can do it by themselves, So we're partnering bakers with businesses. And so you buy a ticket and you go business to business and you pick up a baked good. So you'll have 10 or 12 baked goods by the end. You get a beautiful box, so you don't have to eat everything at once. We won't judge you if you eat it all during this 3-hour time period. But it's a way to promote the businesses and get you to go experience a new business. But it's also a way to promote all the cafes and bakers that we work with within our area. We run 55 weeks at farmers markets. Or 55 weeks, I'm sorry. 55 days at farmers markets.
I was going to say, you work so hard,
that's
you
a lot
added
of
3
weeks.
weeks.
Yes, right. Sorry about that. Yeah, so we have all these relationships. Like, how do we showcase the great work that they're doing? And they're not all brick and mortar stores, right? Sometimes when they're in farmers markets, they're only in a shared kitchen or whatnot. So it's a way to discover other people. And if you're looking for opportunities to cater a party or something, or you want to bring something special to a party for a host or hostess gift, like we got you covered. So it's just fun to do it with friends, right? And so you're gonna, on a Thursday night, it's the first Thursday of December, you get to travel with a group of people you want to do this with, or maybe just have a date night and check out the neighborhood, the decorations, as well as get some great baked goods, and maybe do dinner afterwards. Like, get dessert first and then go get your dinner.
So you said that the bake walk is already sold out?
No, we did it
last year
in the summer. Yeah,
in
the summer, it sold out really quickly. So tickets are on sale right now.
All right.
It is the first Thursday of December. So we
don't wait then.
So get those tickets. It's $45. You're gonna get a minimum 10 different baked goods, and then you can buy an extra boozy option, so you can get 3 drinks as well on your Great Bake Walk as well.
I mean, as a girl who has a show called Whiskey and a Cookie, I'm a fan of these kinds of treats.
Oh, like, see, this is made for you. We designed it just for you.
Nice back selling it. I like that. I like that a lot. So that's on the first. You said that's the Thursday after Thanksgiving, the first Thursday of December.
Correct. That is correct.
Okay.
Yep. So that's December 4th.
And do you have any like nonprofits? You mentioned Giving Tuesday, because I know a lot of folks take advantage of that. There's a lot of matching gifts going around. Do you have any organizations that are participating that you want to highlight for Giving Tuesday?
Yeah. So for Giving Tuesday, it's not necessarily the organization that you're going to like just go and donate to. It's like, go to a Pretty Flower, and they're going to donate 10% of all of their orders for the first week of December to Common Pantry, which is one of our local food pantries. We also have like the chopping block. So they're getting 20% off their e-gift card orders, or 20% off of their e-gift card orders are going to go to the Friendship Center, another food pantry. A lot of the businesses, because of what was happening at the federal level with SNAP program, are like, how do we ensure that our local food pantries are getting support? So they're taking portion of their sales that are on that day and giving it to local food pantries.
Oh, that's brilliant. I love that so much. Are there any other events I'm missing? So far I'm building this up. We got Plaid Friday, stay cozy. Don't go to Black Friday. A small business Saturday. Anything big on Sunday? After small business?
That's Artist Sunday. So that's new for us.
Yes.
So Artist Sunday is first time we're doing that, and it's like we have so many great artists. And like, so Midwest Nice, one of our local shops that has multiple different artists within them, they're going to have pop-up artists within their space. For instance, the Chicago Printmakers Collaborative, which is an artist studio where you can actually take classes and stuff like that. They'll have some new gallery shows and stuff like that. So it's a new way of us trying to just promote another subset of businesses within our community. And then we follow that with Cyber Monday. I think a lot of times people are like, oh, Cyber Monday, let's go to Amazon. A lot of small businesses have their own e-commerce sites, especially since the pandemic. Like, we were already building up to that over the last 10, 15 years. But when the pandemic hit, you saw a lot of small businesses start their own e-commerce sites, which saves them a lot of money when you buy directly from them instead of going to the Amazon.
Outstanding. Well, where can folks get all the information about all the businesses, all the events coming up, and stay up to date on everything going on?
Yeah, come to lincolnsquare.org. Super easy to hopefully remember that. And then right on our homepage, you're going to see all of our links to all of our holiday initiatives.
Well, thank you so much. Always great to catch up with you, my friend. It's Rudy Flores, the CEO of the Lincoln Square Ravenswood Chamber. We'll talk to you again very soon. Be well. Thank you, and have a great Thanksgiving. If I don't talk to you before then, I'll be in Lincoln Square. Take care. Do you get a chance to spend time in Lincoln Square?
It's one of my favorite neighborhood.
Oh my God, it's so cool.
My first date with Jim was there.
Was it? Where'd you go?
Chicago Brauhaus.
Oh, that's right. You told me this. I do love that place.
He walked in and everybody, because I go there. I used to go there every week, and everybody knew me. Gunther and Harry and
important.
Susie, and Jim looks at me like, "Who are you?" And I was like, I come here a lot.
That's awesome.
I miss that place. Lincoln Square is one of the coolest places, and it's just,
I kind of wish I'd been able to raise my boys there, but I also am a Northwest Side girl, so it's all good. Yeah. Let's take a break here, continue our conversation. The phone lines will be open again, 773-763-9278 to call or text me and Dan Schaefer. More in a moment.
With a Porsche, you'll never get tired of that sound or that feeling. Find yours at the Porsche Exchange in Highland Park. Browse and test drive our extensive selection, like the 2025 Porsche Macan. Right now, lease the 2025 Macan for only $949 a month for 39 months. Discover performance like no other at the Porsche Exchange in Highland Park or PorscheExchange.com. $7,469 excludes textile license and doctor. No security deposit required. Expires 12/1/25.
Nothing makes a gathering great like Eggland's Best Eggs. They're just so delicious, with better nutrition, too. For us, it's eggs any style, as long as they're the best. Eggland's Best.
AP News, I'm Ben Thomas. U.S. employers added a surprisingly solid 119,000 jobs in September. The Labor Department says the unemployment rate ticked up to 4.4%, and it also revised August's job numbers downward. Gus Fauché at PNC Financial Services had a look.
Previously, we thought that the economy added 18,000 jobs in August. Now we think the economy lost about 4,000 jobs. That's a small number. Not terribly concerning, because we did see a big rebound in job growth in September. Economy added 119,000 jobs over the month. That's the best job growth we've had since April of this year. And that's an indication that the labor market continues to improve, although job growth has slowed from 2023 and 2024.
Mortgage rates have ticked higher, the average 30-year at 6.26%. Stocks took a tumble, the S&P down 1.6%, the Dow lost 386 points, or about 0.8%, while the Nasdaq sank 2.2%. The Trump administration is proposing new oil drilling off the coasts of California and Florida. Ed Donahue has details.
President Trump wants to expand oil production that is already leading the world.
Drill we must. I call it drill, baby, drill.
The government has not allowed drilling in federal waters in the eastern Gulf of Mexico, which includes Florida, since 1995, because of the possibility of oil spills. California has some offshore oil rigs, but there has been no new leasing in federal waters since the mid-1980s. Critics say drilling could harm coastal communities. Florida Senator Rick Scott, a Trump ally, wants to maintain a moratorium on offshore drilling. California Governor Gavin Newsom says expensive and riskier offshore drilling would put communities at risk and undermine economic stability. Ed Donahue, Washington.
In the Trump administration's revised the CDC website to contradict the scientific consensus that vaccines do not cause autism. This is AP News. A warning about AI toys.
The children's and consumer advocacy group Fair Play says even cute and cuddly artificial intelligence toys are not safe for children. The group has issued an advisory signed by more than 150 organizations, child psychiatrists, and educators. Fair Play says AI toys are generally powered by AI models that already have been shown to harm children and teenagers with obsessive use, explicit sexual conversations, and encouraging unsafe behaviors. Last week, U.S. Public Interest Research Group, PIRG, said that some of the 4 AI toys it tested would talk in depth about sexually explicit topics, would offer advice on where a child could find matches or knives, and the toys have limited to no parental controls. I'm Donna Warder.
There's more news at apnews.com. I'm Ben Thomas. Thanks for listening.
This is 820 AM, WCPT Willow Springs, and streaming worldwide at WCPT820.com. We are Chicago's progressive talk, where facts matter. Now, your WCPT 820 weather update.
I'm meteorologist Ray Miller from the Weatherology Weather Center. Cloudy tonight with areas of drizzle, a low temperature of 45 degrees. On Friday, cloudy skies with high temperatures in the upper 40s and light north winds. Saturday, sunshine with a high temperature around 50 and west winds at 5 to 10. Sunday, sunshine with a high temperature of 55. Monday, cloudy with a chance of rain and a high of 54. Tuesday, rain with a high of 55. That's the latest Chicago weather update. Right now, it's 46.
As a veteran, you get a lot of advice, but wisdom's harder to come by. A lot of people imagine themselves in our shoes without understanding the weight on our shoulders. The truth is, few can understand the pressure of finding your own way after serving in the military. But few isn't none. Steady yourself. You're not alone. You've got support. Learn more at maketheconnection.net.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies, because feeling full can sound like this.
How did the interview go? I did it! I got the job! I can't believe it!
And like this.
Mom, I got first place at the science fair with my volcano project.
That's amazing, sweetie. Congratulations.
Because when people are fed, futures are nourished, and everyone deserves to live a full life. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/act now. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Hey Google, play WCPT.
Streaming Chicago's progressive talk from TuneIn.
At home with Patti Vasquez, Patti Vasquez. From global conflicts to greenhouse gases, the folks refusing to wear masks says, and politicians getting caught grabbing asses says, she's driving it home with Patti Vasquez.
Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us as we drive it home tonight. And we have our friends in Minneapolis, St. Paul, joining us on KTNF AM 950. We also have our friends on all the way over there in Seattle on KKNW 1150. And joining me in studio is guest co-host Dan Schaefer, the host of Tuesdays with Josie, as well as the host of Politini. And we want to thank our sponsors, Pride Coffee Roasters. Go to pridecoffeeroasters.com. Maybe put in a subscription for a bean subscription. Put in an order for a bean subscription. Have we covered this? You are also not a coffee drinker. Why do I have so many non-coffee drinking people?
I don't hate coffee.
I know. I didn't say you hated it,
Yeah.
but just it's not your jam.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
I don't know what that is. I can't imagine it. I love, I don't know if it's partly the ritual of it. Just, I look forward to it the night before I go, like the night before I'm going to have it.
Oh.
Like, I'm like, ooh, something to get up for. Maybe that's what it is.
The night before you go to bed, and it's like
The
then you
nights-
don't sleep.
in the evenings,
Okay.
and I start dreaming about Pride Coffee Roasters. Just one of my favorite.
I mean, yeah.
It's my,
Yeah, okay.
Right, then.
That's fine.
Maybe you haven't had, you know what it is? You haven't had Pride Coffee Roasters yet. I'm just saying.
I have not, actually.
I'm
That's
just
a
saying.
good, okay, yeah.
Plus, I love their. Have I shown you the logo of their Resist Movement
Yeah,
blend?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
such a cool logo. For those of you watching on Facebook, there's let me see if I can. There we go. There's the Resist Movement blend, which is it has hints and notes of blueberry cobbler. By the way, this one's so on. Like this is what the bag I'm in the middle of. Notes of blueberry cobbler and chocolate malt with a hint of warming spice, and it makes me happy.
That's all you.
And if my husband cuts it with Folger again, I will be putting in the divorce papers. Yeah.
Oh, really?
I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
He's like, I want to make it last longer for you. You don't know how coffee works. Okay. Together we drink coffee in solidarity with the Resist Movement blend, a medium roast that is equal blend of Dominican Republic and Arabica beans from Asia. So there you go.
I love it.
Go to pridecoffeeroasters.com. Also go to source.solar, maybe make an appointment with Peter Sorellis and see if it's time to get slow down, Patty. See if it's time to get solar panels on your house or business. There are incentives that are running out at the end of the year, but Peter has figured out a way to make sure you get the biggest bang for your buck and do better for the environment. So go to source.solar. We also want to thank our friends at Minocqua Brewing Company. Go to minocquabrewingcompany.com. Put in an order for maybe some woke coffee, maybe a little Freedom Trail beer. Just saying. They got some choice wines and some great swag. Go to minocquabrewingcompany.com and subscribe to their newsletter or their Substack, where you can find the work of Ben Comino, Senator Chris Taylor, Kirk Bankstead, and you'll see me every Monday. So that's the business part of the show. Also, the gratitude part of the show. Mm-hmm. I'm grateful that you're here. Thank you, Dan.
I'm so glad to be here. I was just scrolling through Facebook, and we were talking about how Donald Trump was essentially promoting death threats towards members of Congress.
They should be executed. Yes.
Captain Mark Kelly posted. He was just a really cool guy, and also married to a really awesome woman who has experienced her own form of trauma. But he said, I've had a missile blow up next to my airplane, been shot at dozens of times by anti-aircraft fire, and launched into orbit, all for my country. I never thought I'd see a president call for my execution. Trump doesn't understand the Constitution, and we are all less safe for it.
Yeah.
And, Trump, bone spurs. I mean, he never actually served in any
STDs were his own Vietnam.
Exactly. Yeah. So I love
his words, not mine. Folks.
I love the senators and Congress people that are responding to this, because that is it's a scary thing. But when you have a toddler in the White House, this is what you get.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's so many layers of crazy here, just all the time. To wake up to him saying that Democrats or that electeds, but he's saying Democrats, and I think that if he let him spout more, he would say all Democrats. I mean, they have talked about eradicating us and calling us demon rats and
rodents and
exactly.
Using, I'm getting a lot of 1940s Germany vibes. Basically, is what I'm kind of getting when everything is and it's a lot of these posts that are coming out from like the Department of. I'm going to call it Department of Defense.
Right.
The Border Patrol, ICE, like a lot of their like advertisements on social media, I'm getting a lot of 1940s Germany vibes. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
And it's really, really scary.
Were you here when I was talking about the fact that the Coast Guard will no longer classify swastikas and nooses as hate symbols? I don't even know what to do with that kind of information.
Go to Germany, see if you can find a swastika somewhere in a public. No, because they've outlawed it.
And you know why they don't want to classify it as a hate symbol? Because it's too divisive to call it that.
Oh, of course it is. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What the frickin' frack? The policy is set to take. So we're worried that I was going to say something else. The policy is set to take effect on December 15th, and similarly downgrades for the classification of nooses and the Confederate flag.
No. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, so the flag of
the losers
of traitors. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Good stuff. Hey, Paul. I apologize. I've been working today, so I didn't have a chance to read the piece that you sent me. How are you doing today? Barr.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Oh my God. Wow. I hope so. No.
Correct.
Yep. By the way, you know what no one's talking about? The fact that so with these job numbers, they're showing that adult women 20 and over experience the largest increase in unemployment, rising from 3.8 to 4.2. And racially, Asian American unemployment rate jumped from 0.8% to 4.4%. White, while Black or African American workers saw no change month to month, year over year. The unemployment rate has jumped nearly 2% from 5.7 to 7.5.
And I was going to say they always issue like adjusted numbers like the month after or like a few days after. But I'm with Paul at this. I don't trust anything that's coming out of this administration. I don't. Right. Yeah.
Nope. Ugh. Yes. Well, this is something that crossed my mind when I was listening to Joan's show earlier, which is that, and I'm sure it's different in case by case scenario, right? There are people who absolutely believe all these things and are committed to this cause, whether it's with the Heritage Foundation, the Federalist Society, whatever way whatever path that got them to their positions in this administration. And when we talk about these people like Jeff Bezos and Musk and all these people, like how much do they enjoy, knowing the Coast Guard isn't going to say isn't going to deem swastikas as a hate symbol, and they're cool with that as long as they get everything. I mean, is it just everybody? As long as they get whatever they want, they feel like they're getting money, they feel like they're getting power. I just can't put my mindset there. It's so incomprehensible to me. Are we? Is there anything that's? I just got a text from somebody that says that they can hear me and Dan, but not Paul, which is weird. Is it possible to have a button that's not? He was brilliant the entire time, folks. Could somebody else text me and let me know if you're also having trouble hearing the callers? Because I haven't changed anything, and Jim was on earlier, and we didn't get the same text.
No,
and I don't think I pushed anything differently, but you know how I am with the buttons. It's a lot of buttons. No, not at all. This is a regular texter. I trust them. So maybe it's just, maybe they don't want to hear you. I'm just kidding. I'm so teasing. I'm teasing. I can. No, but I'm trying to see. It looks like I have all the right buttons pushed. You know how I am. I'm a button pusher.
That's all you. I don't know.
All right. Well, let me take a break here, Paul. Thank you so much for calling, and I'll read your piece around. Thank you. Take care. Paul. Thank you. Listener, I think maybe it's something on the digital end, because I heard Paulie. So yeah, let me know. Are you listening terrestrially? Which is obviously Paul is coming through fine. Thank you very much. Thank you, Lady B. We also have, I heard Paul the whole time. Okay, great. Whew. But no, I know that texter's not gaslighting me, because they're very conversational and kind. The ones who aren't kind, I suspect are former coworkers.
Okay.
Just saying. Someday I'm going to FOIA those phone records. Anyway, let's take a quick break here. I don't know if I can FOIA. I'll have to have a lawyer.
It's not government. Yeah,
it's not government.
Yeah.
I'll have to have a lawyer get phone records. Yeah, it's
cross that
anti-slap.
bridge when we.
Oh, I've been working on that bridge for a while.
Oh, okay.
Let's take a break here and continue our conversation. The phones are open, and the text screen is as well. 773-763-9278. That's 773-763-9278. More with guest co-host Dan Schaefer. Oh, we want to find out about the holiday event you have coming up. That will promote you promoting that on Jones' show. We're going to promote that. You're going to be on Jones' show to promote that and also promote that.
Okay.
Let's do all the things. More on WCPT 820, Heartland Signal, KKNW 1150, and KTNF AM 950. There are way too many screens. Like, are there more screens than usual? Like, why? Does it feel like more? I don't know. It's a lot of screens.
This is WCPT telling you how you can shop blue. While Donald Trump is making a mess out of this country, let's take a look at some vacuum cleaners that support the Democratic Party. iRobot. Now, iRobot is a company that makes Roombas. Everyone knows what a Roomba is, right? Little electronic vacuums that do it themselves, pretty dang cool. Well, 96% of iRobot's donations went to Democrats in 2024. Samsung. Now, yes, Samsung did donate $374,000 to the Democratic Party in 2024, but that was only 61% of their donations. And there's a handful of vacuum cleaner companies that aren't in the U.S. and therefore don't donate to politics at all. Those companies are Dyson, they're out of the UK, Shark Ninja, also out of the UK, Hoover, Dirt Devil, and Roborock. All three of those are out of China. The Republicans always make the mess, and it's always the Democrats who have to clean it up, right? Maybe Donald Trump should step aside and let Roomba and Samsung take over. This has been WCPT telling you how you can shop blue.
There are 1,000 ways to say it.
Nope. Knock it off. Shut it down. Dream on. No dice. Give it a rest. Not a chance.
Or just.
All text. You focus on the road.
As a passenger, you have the power to prevent an accident. There are 1,000 ways to stop a distracted driver. Choose one.
A message from CTIA.
The best words to hear at the TSA security checkpoint? You're good to go. So check before you jet. Avoid delays at TSA security checkpoints by making sure you have an acceptable form of ID. That means a real ID, passport, or other acceptable forms of identification.
Visit tsa.gov/ID to check the full list of acceptable IDs. Avoid travel delays by checking ID requirements, and you're good to go.
WCPT 820, Chicago's progressive talk, where facts matter.
You're listening to Driving It Home with Patti Vasquez.
Thank you so much for joining us as we continue our drive home with guest co-host Dan Schaefer. And I want to thank everybody that's texting us back to tell us they can hear both the callers and the show. I think I was telling Dan off the air, I think I need to ask questions about the show in real time more often because we just got a text, a hi, streaming over the internet. I hear you just fine from Colorado. Hi, Colorado. Lovely to hear from you. So it looks as though they were listening on Facebook. I don't know. I'm not sure what maybe on playback. Sorry. On Facebook couldn't hear. Maybe it came through on the radio. It's the same audio feed, so I don't know why it would be different there. But anyway, apologies to that, to the 708. My 2 cents, I could hear all of you, including Paul, loud and clear on the AM radio. So they're still listening terrestrially. When I say terrestrially, it's only something I learned when I became a radio host, which means you're not listening to us on Facebook or on a TuneIn app or digitally, essentially. There's digital, and then there's terrestrially, meaning it's our, you know what, I want to say what it means, and I don't know that it's accurate. But the signal coming from like our tower is going to your radio. That's why they call it, I don't know why they call it terrestrial.
That's fine.
By land, it's not digitally.
Correct.
Yeah, the internets. Let me get all the texts here real quick. I heard Paul the whole time. I can hear Paul. Yes, we got a lot of folks. Thank you for tuning in, everybody, and for giving us the feedback that I needed to make sure that we were okay. Let's get to Chi-Town Dave. You're out with me and Dan. What's going on, Chi-Town Dave? Awesome. Thank you. Right. Well, I'm so sorry that happened to you, and I'm sorry that your friend is not believing you. That's always the worst, when your friends don't believe you. I hope. Do you have the means to get like some emotional support, like a therapist or other people that you can surround yourself with? That. Oh, good, perfect. Yeah. Well, and I know you also feel vulnerable because he threatened your life. So I'm so sorry this happened to you, my friend. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, we had Gil Viegas in the studio a while. You and I, and he basically said that the municipal authorities don't really have the authority to. Yeah. With ICE, it's kind of like he's like, don't call 911 because it's not going to do anything, which is it's demoralizing, honestly.
Yeah, agreed. I'm so sorry. Have a good evening. Try to take care of yourself, and please, talk to some folks at your church. That's an excellent plan. Yeah, take care.
Thanks, Dave.
Bye. And all the bills, someone just texted about this, all the bills and all the expenses for the extra policing in Broadview in the state of Illinois. I just can't believe how much the police, like the state police, Cook County police, are, and it's worse in North Carolina. You see how the police are responding to ICE activity? I mean, they're basically like rounding them up too. I saw them tase a woman who was on the ground and already zip tied. Or cuffed. I mean, and then pick her. It was what was so galling about that one was you could see that she couldn't get her weight on her feet yet. She couldn't get her feet under herself, right? Yeah. And the way he was like, she was like a rag doll, and he was tossing her into the back of this. Like, it was horrifying. All of this is horrifying.
Like I said, I'm getting 1940s vibes from Germany at this point. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. So I thought there was something funny on Joan's show. They were talking about how next week they're going to talk about all the fun stuff for the holidays. Like she's entitled to the chef from the Chop Chop. Whichever wine's going to come in and hopefully have some uplifting stories. And she promoted the fact that none other than Dan Schaefer is also going to join her for an event coming up. So what do you got coming up?
So I will be on Joan's show Wednesday before Thanksgiving. So I'm part of the Chicago Gay Men's Chorus. It's my first full year. The spring show was a 90s themed, so we did like Backstreet Boys and Cher and all that stuff. This Christmas show, December 5th through the 7th, is a Holly Dolly Christmas. So
what?
Very much Dolly Parton.
Am I in town? I better be in town. God.
So December 5th through the 7th, we are singing all of the songs all the way from 9 to 5 to a Smoky Mountain Christmas.
Yes, please.
Here You Come Again, Hard Candy Christmas. We're also doing Jolene, of course, but it's a rendition of Jolene. So it's got some, but we're doing some of the holiday traditionals like Silent Night, so Unmarried Did You Know? But it is coming up December 5th through the 7th at various locations.
Okay.
So December 5th, which is a Friday, that's at the Harris Theater, 205 East Randolph Street.
Okay, fancy.
Then Saturday we are doing at Northeastern University Auditorium.
Oh, right here on Foster over there in St. Louis.
On the north side.
Over by there. Yeah, by Bohemian Cemetery.
And then Sunday, that's at 3 p.m. So that's at the North Shore Center, which is right by Old Orchard.
Nice.
So Friday, Saturday are 8 p.m. shows. Sunday is a 3 p.m. show. The ticket prices vary. So if you want to go to the website, cgmc.org, there's everything that you need is there.
cgmc.org.
.org. Yeah.
Because I think I'm going to go to the one at Northeastern. That's a nice venue.
I will be there all 3 days. So there you go.
Very cool.
Yeah. No, it's about, there's 230 of us in the chorus, and it's just a really, really fun time.
So it's every day. At Harris is Friday through Sunday.
No, it's Friday.
You are moving around.
Yeah, Fridays.
I thought you were saying you're at Northeastern every day. I was like, you're in each performance.
Fridays at Harris, Saturdays Northeastern, Sunday is North Shore in Skokie.
Okay. All right, I'm going to purchase my tickets here.
But all 200 and some of us will be there all day, all 3 days.
Just keep talking.
Okay, but it's fine. Honestly,
carry on. I have to get this.
This has been like my weekly therapy because we practice every Sunday from 5:30 to 8:30, and it's just been like with everything going on in the world. It's just nice to be around people and just singing and stuff, and it's just fun. And they put on a really, really good show. This is only my second one. I'm surprised they still let me sing, but I'm going to be there. So,
excellent.
Until they tell me I can't be.
Very nice.
Yeah. So no, everybody's welcome. And I emailed Joan a couple days ago, and she was gracious enough to have me on the show. And I was like, well, I'm sure Patty will let me talk about it on her show too.
No, you absolutely take it all back.
Yeah,
everyone forget everything you just heard because you're only going to promote this on Joan's show.
Says one who's just looking up tickets.
Well, because I'm trying to decide between. So the nice thing about going to the North Shore for performing arts is that you can also do your shopping. There's great restaurants there as well. And but also I love Northeastern. I grew up on that campus because my mom went to school there, and that's where she would I would go to daycare and summer camp there. It's a very different campus now than it was in the 1970s.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen these videos where they ask these young people what year is does birth year make somebody old, and there's they were laughing about anyone born in 2000, 25 is old to you people, but also 1990 they're like that's ancient. Everything that whenever I go to thrift stores now, because here's the thing, I would go to thrift stores in the 80s and 90s. I've always loved thrift stores and rummage sales and things like that, so I would buy go-go boots and the skirts from the 60s, and people were I love poodle skirts. Not that there was no one wearing poodle skirts in the 80s, don't worry. We didn't do that. But now it's just so funny to see the stuff that I wore. If I see a jean jacket with a baby doll dress, or it's just all the Doc Martens I wore all the time. It's I watch Friends and I'm like, oh my God, I had that top.
Yeah.
A lot of what Phoebe wears. Although whenever I see Jennifer Aniston in a nice leather, anyway, yeah, that's all the stuff that I wore. Yeah. Anyway, Northeastern's a great campus, and that venue is fantastic.
It is.
Plus, there's a lot of parking. Harris is also a beautiful theater. I think these are all great venues. How fun.
It's going to be exciting. So anybody who wants to come out, please do. It's me. And it's a Holly Dolly Christmas. Come on.
It's a Holly Dolly Christmas. I will be there either Saturday or Sunday. Either at Northeastern or at the North Shore for Performing Arts. I have to see who wants to come with me, too. Let's take a break here. We'll continue our conversation when we come back on WCPT 820 Heartland Signal, KKNW 1150, and KTNF AM 950. Let's see how it goes.
You're listening to WCPT 820. Here's the latest Chicago weather update.
I'm meteorologist Ray Miller from the Weatherology Weather Center. Cloudy tonight with areas of drizzle, a low temperature of 45 degrees. On Friday, cloudy skies with high temperatures in the upper 40s and light north winds. Saturday, sunshine with a high temperature around 50 and west winds at 5 to 10. Sunday, sunshine with a high temperature of 55. Monday, cloudy with a chance of rain and a high of 54. Tuesday, rain with a high of 55. That's the latest Chicago weather update. Right now, it's 46.
This is Chicago's Progressive Talk, 820 AM, WCPT Willow Springs, and online at WCPT820.com, where facts matter.
When your car is making a strange noise, no matter what it is, you can't just pretend it's not happening.
That's an interesting sound.
It's like your mental health. If you're struggling and feeling overwhelmed, it's important to do something about it. It can be as simple as talking to someone in your community, or just taking a deep, calming breath when you need it. Nice. For mental health resources, check out loveyourmindtoday.org. At loveyourmindtoday.org, you'll find information that may help you get through a tough time. Things like tips for dealing with stress, how to navigate difficulties like financial worries, anger, substance use, and more. You can also find real stories of how people navigated their own mental health challenges. Because once you start to address the problem, you can go so much further. Visit loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Join us at easterseals.com.
This is WCPT 820, where facts matter.
You're listening to this station right now, you've definitely heard my voice before. Hi, I'm Hawk.
And I'm Pete. And we're with Source Solar, your local source for solar. Source Solar is Chicagoland's premier solar installer, providing solutions for over 1,000 homeowners and business owners across Illinois and Iowa.
With over a decade of industry experience and deep roots here in Chicago, we have the expertise to help your transition to clean, renewable, resilient energy.
We can guarantee that we save you money day one without any out-of-pocket cost to you. This means you have an instant ROI, instant payback, and can save money to add to your bottom line day one.
At Source Solar, we source everything as local as possible, meaning we always carry the Made in USA sticker.
Find us online at www.source.solar. Stop in our office at 5710 North Northwest Highway or give us a call at 773-985-3992.
And don't forget to ask for Hawk
or
and Pete.
You're listening to Driving It Home with Patti Vasquez.
So much for joining us as we continue. Do you want to join us? You can, if you want to come on. How about? Thank you so much for joining us as we drive it home. I'm in the studio with guest co-host Dan Schaefer, and I believe I just coaxed his husband Jim into joining us on the air. We've been talking about a lot of things. We talked local business, and we were talking about your first date. As a matter of fact, if you want the mic, if you want the headphones, I'll get you a pair. Hold on a second, I got you. So your first. So who asked you out? Your mic is on. Who asked you out?
Hello.
Hello. I'm just curious now about your first date. Hi, Jim.
Yeah.
Well, hi, Jim. Welcome to our studio.
He asked me to join tonight, so I figured I'd pop in and say hi.
Come on over to the station.
Can you see if there's this is an 1/8 inch. If it needs a 1/4 inch adapter, let me know. So then, and you know where the spot is? It's such a hard place to get the the headphones.
No, I got
right
it.
there.
I got it.
I don't see a 1/8 inch, so I need a 1/4 inch adapter for you. Hold on a second. I think I can do this. Hold on, watch. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna switch mine. Hold on, everybody. Nope, that's not gonna work.
Well, we'll just say
nothing to see here.
I asked Jim out on the date.
You asked
this
him
is
out?
This is our date night.
This is our date night.
This is your date night?
No.
Oh,
our first night was our first date. I asked him out to the Chicago Brauhaus. That was my yeah.
And had you ever been to the Brauhaus?
I had, yes, many times. And I thought I was taking him to a place that he had never been to before.
Oh, so you suggested it?
Oh, yeah. No, it was my surprise to take him to this cool German joint that served the one meal that I love the most, and
what's it called?
Schweinehaxen.
Schweinehaxen?
Yeah.
Okay.
So took him there, and when we walked in, realized that everybody there knew who he was. Like, okay, so clearly you've been here before. And this is no longer a surprise.
Aww.
It was a really, really cool place, and everybody was super great there. And
How often were you going? How often were you going to this establishment
Every
that is no
Friday.
longer with us?
Every Friday.
Every Friday?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were just a regular. What was happening every
'cause they
Friday?
had polka music, and you get to go and you dance, and it was really fun. And so I used to go every Friday because I used to live right near there in Ravenswood, and so it's a bit of a walk, but you can do it.
Sure.
And like we said, I love Lincoln Square. I love
do too.
Ravenswood. but the Chicago Brauhaus was the coolest place ever. Absolutely.
I know it's hard to those memories we have, and obviously we treasure them. But I miss it.
I know.
I do too.
Yeah.
And I've been going to Germany for a couple years.
A couple 2-3 years.
Just a couple 2-3.
I've never been to Germany. I would love to go to Germany. Where would you recommend someone start with their first trip to Germany?
I would say probably Munich.
Okay.
That's probably one of my favorite cities. But as a junior employee for a major airline, I was stuck with Frankfurt.
Oh.
And they served this one dish that I just fell in love with. And the Brauhaus was the only place that actually served.
No. Edelweiss is in that?
Schweinehaxen.
Edelweiss up on, have you been to Edelweiss?
He didn't live, he used to live right in...
But Edelweiss isn't far from you now.
No, it's not.
Right. But he used to live up in near Edgewater, so that was not the... Yeah. But
gotcha. I'm just saying now.
Yeah.
If we can, let's give them a call. Can you call Edelweiss and see if they have your dish? Let's see if they...
we know them because they have a booth not too far from us when we do the festivals for them.
Oh my God, too funny.
So, yeah.
Do you speak German?
I do not.
I don't speak any. I barely speak Spanish. I barely speak English. 9. I dated a German boy in college. Let's call him Tom because that's his name, Daniels. And and it was so funny because his mother was from Germany. His father had served in the military, and they met in England. She was working in hotels, like cleaning and stuff like that. And he absolutely loved Germany. But it was so funny because his personality was that very sort of a little bit strident. You know what I mean? A little bit like everything has to be exactly in a certain way. But it's so funny because we'd always go to Berghoff's. My mom always wanted to show. Berghoff's is that even? I don't understand their closing because they're open. They never really closed, did they? It was
no.
No.
Yeah, it's a big mystery there.
Right? Because I believe they stayed open.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at any rate. Yeah. I haven't had a chance to catch up with you about Halloween because I know it was a big holiday for you.
It's my happy day. Yeah.
Yeah. What happened, Jim? It was a lot.
It's just so many kids.
Our house turns into a haunted house.
Yeah, it's fun. I only had 3 kids cry, though, which I was kind of sad. My record has not been broken yet.
So do you welcome the kids into the house, or just that you have it look like I was going to say?
We set it up outside.
Yeah,
and
it's all in the front yard.
Especially now, like my mother and I were just sitting on the porch. She had her beer, I had my wine, and then I give candy for the kids or beer or wine for the parents, and everybody just kind of walks through. And we went through about 30 pounds of candy. It was a lot
so it was busy by you.
Yeah. We live right across the street from the school too.
Right.
So 3 o'clock, I've got to be ready to go.
Yeah.
As school lets out, you got to be.
I miss that.
Yeah.
I miss that. When we first moved here, we live in this area, and I remember my first Halloween here in 2002, and right after the schools let out, we would have trick or treaters on our porch, and that's kind of ended for our area a little bit.
Really?
They come out around 5 or so. Yeah, it's weird.
You got a lot of kids.
We're by a park, and the park doesn't have any activities anymore. Yeah. Our little park advisory council disbanded without any support from our alderman. Thanks a lot, Gardner. At any Anyway, just saying. Did I say that out loud? Was that on the outside of my head?
You're going to be on a list now.
I was already on the list. Are you kidding me? By the way, they have a sign on their door that you now need to be buzzed in due to threats. I would imagine, like right now, a lot of people in elected positions are getting all kinds of, no matter where, what point of view, what perspective. When you, and I don't know how to ask you this, Jim, because I don't want to put you in a position to talk about politics, because it's not what you came in here to do. You came to hang out.
I'm down.
Oh, all right. But with passing, is it kind of bleeding over into like more so than before with passengers and tension? It is.
It is.
Wow.
And
remember what I said? You're on the radio, so you can't swear.
I have a button.
Okay.
Watch yourself.
I have a button right here in case you do. So it's called my dump button.
I will just say this. Everything you hear about happening, it is actually happening. And it's a struggle for us, people that work on the plane to tolerate.
The way they're talking to the passengers talking to each other or
what they're wearing.
You know what's funny? I have shirts that say obviously like Viva la Resistance. Like I avoid wearing that on flights because I don't want to be someone that some other people direct their rage at and cause a situation.
It's hard for me personally when I see somebody on the plane with a MAGA hat.
Yeah.
To not treat them poorly.
But you don't. I don't,
because I'm at work.
Yes.
I'm not on personal time, so I don't have a choice. But it's really hard.
Does it make a difference if we're wearing like a pride flag pin or something?
No, I'll give you a hug.
I'm saying no. Does it help? Does it help when you see that?
Oh, absolutely.
Because that's what I do. Like me and this, I was in the bathroom at O'Hare, and this girl had like rainbow socks and like a rainbow scarf. Like so, I was like, I love it. She's like, I love your pin because I want to have something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. Yeah, that does help.
It does help.
But somebody on the left, most of us are, the majority of us are. It's really hard to not be more than or less than nice.
Bite your tongue type thing.
Yeah.
There was actually, I don't know if you know her, but I assume you all know each other. But there's a woman who she said she lived in Andersonville and she just moved back to Belgium. I don't know if you're familiar with it. She was on my flight back from Scotland. And she was saying she moved because of the politics. She just saw the way things were going, and she didn't want to stay here anymore.
We've been noticing that too. Like when we're traveling internationally and stuff like that, people would be like, "What's going on in America?"
Yeah.
And we're like, "Dude, we don't even know. Okay?
Yeah,
like, we have no idea."
Yeah,
it's just like, okay.
Yeah.
And we get the same thing from passengers. Like, what is going on with you guys?
Yeah, I was in security coming out of Edinburgh, and there was these two guys. They were.
Oh, you said it right.
Thank you. Everyone says that to me. Edinburgh. Edinburgh. There were on either side. I mean, like, here's the thing. It's one thing if it's just a single person who's like, I can't go. I'm not going back to the United States until they straighten their stuff out. But when on either side of me, both people in line, that's saying something.
Mm-hmm.
They're both like, yeah, I'm not going until. One guy said, I probably won't go till I'm an old man.
When those countries have travel advisories for the United States, it's like, okay.
Well, even our neighbors, they sold their house and they moved back to Poland.
Really?
They did. Yeah.
Wow.
They were kind of done with it.
And I will say, so we were talking about flight passenger loads. Going to Europe, we're completely full.
Yeah,
So I'm going to Europe tomorrow night. Oversold. Coming home on, Sunday?
Sunday.
We have 80 open seats.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. One is either people coming back, not coming back, or people who don't want to come here. Yeah. It's mostly that part,
People are scared to come here.
Yeah, I don't blame them. Let's take a break here. I don't know, Jim, what's your last name? You have to tell me. Schaefer. Jim. Oh, really? You're both Schaefers?
We're both Schaefers.
Did you take who took whose name? Now I don't know who took whose name.
He took mine.
It's a...
What? It was a secret.
You broke the secret.
Oh,
I know. Sorry.
See, Steve wouldn't take my last name. I was very upset about that.
Oh, really?
And I would not take his either. I'm just saying. I was. I mean, like, why not? Let's take a quick break here. We'll come back with Jim and Dan Schaefer on WCPT 820, KKNW 1150, and KTNF AM 950. More in a moment.
You know that you can listen to Chicago's Progressive Talk on WCPT AM 820. Stream us live at WCPT820.com and on the TuneIn Radio app. Or you can ask Alexa, Siri, or Google to play WCPT WCPT from TuneIn. But now you have another option. We're simulcasting our programming overnights. 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. on WSBC AM 1240 for a clearer reception in and around the city. Chicago's Progressive Talk, WCPT 820. And now overnights on WSBC 1240 AM, where facts matter.
Hey Progressives, this is Richard Chu, host of Chu's Views here on WCPT AM 820, 6 to 8 a.m. Monday through Friday. We have some real challenges in front of us as a country. Since the beginning of this show, I have always felt compelled to bring you the best that I've got. Now, there's always a why to doing whatever we do. So, as we go forward and face these challenges, know this, you listeners are my why. Because I want to make sure I do everything I can to provide a safe, open, forward-moving space that allows you to call, email, text, or just listen to a guy that wants to help you bring out your own championship qualities to truly make this place better for us all. Lofty goal, idealistic, maybe so. But that's my why, and I look forward to bringing you the best that I've got. This is Richard Chu. Stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Martha Stewart. Every year, more than 4 million pets enter shelters here in the United States. My friends at American Humane have been helping animals since 1877. The goal is to ensure that pets have a safe shelter, especially during natural disasters. Adopting a shelter pet allows shelters to help more animals awaiting care. Please consider adopting today and take some time to learn more about American Humane's other work at americanhumane.org.
You're listening to WCPT 820 because facts matter.
Welcome back to Driving It Home with Patti Vasquez.
Thank you so much for joining us. We continue our drive home. Joining me in the studio is guest co-host Dan Schaefer. Joining us as well is Jim Schaefer. Dan is performing December 5th through the 7th.
Correct.
With the Chicago
Gay Men's Chorus.
The Chicago Gay Men's Chorus.
Yep.
And Friday evening they'll be at the Harris Theater. On Saturday night they'll be at the Northeastern Illinois University campus at their Performing Center. And then on Sunday at 3 p.m. at the North Shore Center for Performing Arts.
In Skokie, yep.
And what's the website again?
cgmc.org.
And it's a Holly Dolly
Christmas.
Holly Dolly Christmas.
It's a lot of Dolly Parton.
I was going to say, you could just go with Holly Dolly Holiday. It's too much.
Well,
that's
that's
aggressive.
A lot. Yeah.
Holly Dolly Holiday.
Oh.
See, I would.
All right. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Holly Dolly Christmas. I am so slap happy.
It's going to be so fun.
It will be very fun.
Yeah.
We were talking a little bit about traveling, and I'm kind of building a 5-year plan of going to moving to Scotland, I think.
Okay.
But it could just be like a pipe dream. I mostly am worried about Declan's long-term living situation because, and we talked about this before.
You said that Europe has it down in terms of...
They do, but if we start flooding their market, it won't matter.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Jim?
No.
Oh, I thought because they have universal health care in all these places. The thing, and they do have, it's part of the same screaming here about immigrants are coming and they're taking advantage of our system. It's so exhausting around the world to see. Like Ireland has an uptick in racial violence and against immigrants, which I like. It's one of those things where social media can be such a downer, like, absorbing your energy and like seeing all the horrible things. But at the same time, you're also opening your eyes and going, "Oh my God, populism really is this sort of aggressive nationalism is on the rise all over the world."
It really is, and I see it firsthand. Like the U.S. has a direct influence on the world. So everybody's been given like the green light to just promote racism, everything.
Yeah, isolationism,
all of it worldwide.
Yeah, I guess we don't think of it.
And it's heartbreaking.
And you see it a lot. I think what people don't realize, and like Jim mentioned, the U.S. has a way of forming things, but like DEI, everyone's like, "Oh no, DEI, that's terrible." It's like, no, it's actually not bad. Okay,
right.
It's like no, it's like think about it like a pie, right? And it's equality and equity, and it's like you're not going to get a smaller slice. We're just making the pie bigger, type thing.
Oh yeah, that's going.
And it's kind of like that, but. Poland experienced a lot of that with Ukraine when Ukrainians were flooding into Poland, and Poland was gracious enough to take them. But then there was also that rise of nationalism that popped in there. Italy is the same way because they have boats coming in from Africa and Sicily, and so they're like, no, we don't want it. But you know what? Why don't we just create a welcoming environment for individuals and be like, you know what? We are the land, America, we are the land of opportunity. We're also a land of immigrants. I also read something posted and somebody said we're not the land of immigrants. I was like, technically, yes, we are. Like, let's just create opportunities for everybody and let's fix the stupid immigration system because, I don't know, the past 4 administrations have done not a great job on it. This one is doing a terrible job about it. But, like, let's just, people want to come here for a reason.
Right.
Let's welcome them and not demonize them type thing and not tase somebody who's already zip-tied on a floor. How about that? Like, why don't we not do that?
And just understand that none of us are from here.
No.
Half of the meals that I cook are from my great-grandmother Spinazzi. She's not from here.
Italian?
Sicilian.
Pardon
Watch
me.
yourself.
I apologize.
Watch yourself.
All right. Fair. That's fair. Yeah, no, I agree. And I also think that if we don't, if Democrats don't have a plan for health care, I think that's going to be one of the catastrophic elements to all of this, is if there isn't a vision for, first of all, I feel like that, everyone talks about what's going to be our slogan, make America great again. I feel like whether it's intellectually or brand or whatever, it's the next chapter. Yeah. We need to put all of this behind us and really have a vision for the future that isn't, it needs to even be separate from what we've already done, which is like universal health care. Yeah. Because I don't know how we get out of this without something that has availability for everybody.
Well, it's Donald Trump won the first time by largely mimicking Bernie Sanders' platform, essentially.
He didn't deliver his campaign.
Didn't deliver on any of it.
I mean, where's their health care plan? But if here's the thing, they would be huge heroes if they had a solution for health care. There's a concept of a plan. Right. Now the idea is to give us like $2,000 to spend on our own health care, like having any idea of what. Right. I mean, I every time I mentioned this the other day, every time I enroll for my health care, I'm like, I guess.
Yeah, right.
It's like, I have no idea. I'm like, I guess this is sure, right? It's
sure looks good.
It's like when you go to Sweden or Norway, their tax returns are 1 page long and it's just done. It's simple. And they also get health care. So there you go.
And this is the thing that makes me crazy about doing my taxes. I always think it's funny when I make a mistake and they'll send me a letter and say, well, actually, you earned this at this, comedy club or whatever. And I'm like, well, if you knew, why'd you make me go through the hassle of filling out all the paperwork?
Just tell me. Okay?
Yeah, why don't you seem to have all the information in front of you. What am I doing over here? Like, are you testing me to see if I make something up?
Probably, yeah. It's crazy. No, I think a lot of individuals think that, like, especially with healthcare, they say like, oh, well, in Sweden you're paying more in taxes, or Canada you're paying more in taxes. Like, yes, but if you actually calculate the amount in premiums that we pay every month, plus deductibles and copays and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Plus we're still paying a pretty decent tax rate.
Yes.
And by decent, I mean hefty.
Yeah.
We're actually paying way more. And in some cases, the quality of care isn't that great. And it's insane.
So I have what's considered like great insurance, which is not cheap per month.
Right.
It's not.
So I just made an appointment to see a specialist February 28th.
Yes. Absolutely.
I'm like, really? February 28th?
And that's going to only, the wait times for seeing somebody is only going to get worse.
Yeah.
As more people leave our system, whether it's to go to other countries or places where they can get paid but more, live more cheaply, whatever it's going to be. But there are going to be so many facilities that start to decide it's not worth it.
Yeah.
And specialists who decide I'm going to go someplace,
rural hospitals are going to be closing down.
There's at least 9
insurance
in
is through the roof.
But Canada has such long wait times for their free health care.
Which they actually don't. So, but it's just like it's the scapegoating. Yeah,
it's a wild thing.
Yeah.
We haven't. Well, here's the thing. Someday we'll solve all this.
Yeah, sure.
Continue having these conversations. Yeah. What are your plans for what are your plans for this weekend? Are there a lot of rehearsals leading up to the Holly Dolly
Christmas? Yeah. Just
I
Sundays
really want to say
are
Holly Dolly holiday. I can't help it.
It's fine. Sundays are long rehearsals, so I'm going to be there from 2 to 9. That's a long day.
Whoa! That's tech and everything.
It's a lot of singing.
It's a lot of singing. There's a lot going on.
But no,
voice of an angel over here.
Aww,
I'm surprised they let me still. I'm surprised they don't lock the doors when they see me walking up. No, and then just Thanksgiving, his favorite holiday. So we're going to be cooking for. We have like 16 people coming over, and
all right. Yay or nay on cranberry sauce? By the way,
no, absolutely not.
Wow.
See, I like it from
That's
a
aggressive.
can.
From a can. Interesting. I don't mind it from a can.
See?
I like all the cranberry I can get.
Right?
Oh, yeah. I love the cranberries. I'm sorry about that. So what's your favorite? What's the go-to?
Oh, I like just the pan drippings, gravy.
He's in the kitchen just tilting the pan into his face.
Literally,
pretty much.
He sits in front of the oven watching the cook.
Hey, watch yourself.
I'm like, it's not going to cook any faster, dude. Like, what do you do?
I love a good stuffing, too. It's one of my favorites.
That's what he does, too. Yeah.
Oh, my God. All the carbs, the lumpy or smooth mashed potatoes?
Oh, creamy.
Creamy?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
For sure.
Candied sweet potatoes or mashed, with the walnuts and marshmallows? No, just
absolutely not. No.
The onion with the mushroom soup and the crispy onions on top. No,
we've never done
that. You
mean
like the green bean casserole?
The green bean casserole.
Oh, yeah.
That's mushroom sauce. Isn't that mushroom soup or something? I don't know.
Yeah, but I
mushroom,
make my own.
Oh, you do? Oh, I might need to talk to you about this.
Yeah.
All right, then. Okay.
I'll give you my recipe.
Yes, please. I appreciate that.
Are you hosting? Are you?
It's just us. And Elliot Serrano will be joining us for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
And I will be on the air the day after to see what size my jeans have expanded to. Because I'm not working out as much as I should, but I'm looking. I love Thanksgiving as well because it's like it is the pressure of cooking and having the timing of everything, but it's just gathering. I like to just gather.
That's why I like it because it's just about being together.
Yes,
it's not about figuring out who needs to buy what for who or
exactly
buying presents. No, just show up. Let's all have fun and eat some food.
Yes. Do you guys play like board games or anything, or did you?
No, but we could actually.
I think we have.
I was at Nia Verdalis's house playing dominoes. I thought I'd just throw it in there.
Why do you torture
you guys,
me?
I played dominoes with Nia Verdalis. I just want to put that out there. I totally forgot. That's why I wanted you to come in.
I told you to invite me the next
She has
time.
a beautiful home, and her boyfriend Spiro is adorable. I don't know if to be saying any of these things.
Okay, well, that's
I don't know. I can't remember what the rules were. I didn't sign any NDAs or anything like that. But she has a really cute dog too.
Now I'm going to go watch that movie.
I'm just saying.
I can't speak because I signed an NDA.
So they played. By the way, so we played this game of dominoes, and there's almost like this middle piece where everyone kind of builds off of. I hadn't played dominoes since I was like 8 years old in Mexico, so this was great. I highly recommend this. I don't know have you ever heard of something called a Mexican train dominoes, Lady B? Have you ever heard of that?
I played it.
You've played Mexican train dominoes?
Yeah, but not with you know who. So
I was just saying.
Maybe next time.
Okay. Exactly.
Invite me. Thank
it
you.
was very fun. Oh my gosh, the show's over. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Lady B. Lady B's like, could you end the show? Bye, everyone. Love you. It was so funny.